You've joined us late. West Coast need to win this to make it through to the grand final against the Adelaide Crows of the 2012 NAB Cup. Gilbert gets it back again. Crunch!
Whoa,
Waters wrapped him up and hurt him. Whedon can't break free and get a clear kick away. Scott Selwood, hot start in hot conditions to this second half. Stevenson pumps that long inside 50. Cox with the reach again. He can hit a 45 to 50 metre pass. Waters and Cox can kick a goal.
Sweet.
15 points the lead. Ball spills to the back. Montagna. Schneider. And the Saints with the more experienced lineup for this game. West Coast with a lot of players out. Rosa send it back to the danger zone. Naitanui gathers, thinks about a handoff. Off one step, bangs a goal. There's nothing he can't do. Touched. For Anton Hamp, yet to play a senior game. Floats it up a little. Naitanui from 3 deep. And on the run, takes off. Gives to Cox on the move. It is amazing, isn't it, to see him in full flight. Stevenson.
His jogging pace, his gliding pace is quicker than most blokes sprint.
Dalziel, short, Whedon. Could grab that. The pressure was coming. Revolt still a little wobbly behind play. Schneider. Milne. Graham.
Now Cox has got to try and chase Montagna through the half-forward line. He's been turned over, so it's no result there anyway.
Brennan. Whoops. Stevens. Tucked up against the boundary. And he goes for goal. Nikoski lets this float. Splendid kick from there. And they lead by 22. Yet to start an AFL game. A couple of games last year, but both as a sub as well.
5'10", 178.
Is it?
Oh, Darling, strong.
Shorter than that.
Good sign.
6 foot.
Oh, thick socks on. Dalziel to the outer side. Schofield running and in space. Could have had a bounce. Heads to Waters, who can kick a very long ball. And he thumps it all the way to the square. Cox, you beauty. How good a mark was that?
No, it just...
For a young fella.
Next time you go past the schoolyard, have a look at the grade 6s and have a look at the grade preps, and that's the difference.
It's also 227 games up against 2 games of experience. He nails the goal, and this is the biggest lead of the game for the West Coast Eagles, 28 points.
Litsky and Cox, he comes from behind.
Thump down. Nikoski threads his way, backtracks. Gets the kick toward the wing. High ball, Goddard's down there again. Darling too good for him.
Catch. That's a good catch.
3 minutes to three-quarter time. It's getting a little cooler now, which is good news for all. Kerr spins his way out of trouble to McGinnity. Off one step, pops it through. 33 points, the West Coast. Lincoln stands under it, gets a fist on it. Whedon and Blake. Goddard.
Oh, look out.
Cripps caught by his opposite 35, McGinnity. Stevenson, handball turnover. Kazitsky chips it inside 50. He misses the target. Stanley had to stand under it and wait.
Revolt cannot chase. Look at him.
Schofield, he spent Revolt.
Yeah, labouring. He's going to have to go at this one, and he doesn't want to.
That's why Schofield had him beat. Pritis waiting down in the hole. Adam Selwood put up just in time. Scott Selwood off the handball from Brennan. Mopped up nicely. Stevens. And they are away on the open side, the West Coast. Kerr doesn't want to go wide. Straight down the middle. Darling, Stevens, Whedon, Darling. Look out. He might bang it for 9 from outside 50. Awesome.
That's a big hit.
A super goal for Jack Darling and Sorrento Duncraig. $500 worth of Sherrins, thanks to the NAB.
One super goal, 9 goals in total, 12 behind, 69 up against the Saints, 3-9-27. It's a long way back from here for the Saints.
Blake through some traffic. Montagna. Stevenson wrapped him up. No prior opportunities, got him around the ear. Umpire can't see it, and it's holding the ball.
Ooh, that's a tough play.
It was tough. Kerr.
Great kick.
And that is a splendid kick as well. Darling, who is well within his range, decides to pass it, and Selwood can have the shot from 30 out.
But Josh Kennedy is still out of the lineup. We know how good he can be.
Yeah, Scotty Selwood kicks this goal.
Well called, Jacko. Keep going.
Yeah, certainly. I spoke to John Morswell before the game, and they've got a selection dilemma.
That's like one of those ads where you get punched out of the screen. You're so close to the
Matt knew he's going to jump here, Derm. Oh, boy! Another big one for the highlights reel. Graham runs the outer side. Milne wants it long. He's going to get it long in a one-on-one. Schofield, Milne, how he takes off. He's got runners inside 50. Graham forced to stop and prop, ridden a little, and it rolls out of play. Dalziel, Court, Whedon, Waters, Marston, Stevenson. They've looked slick tonight, the West Coast. Tough, hot conditions, but this guy's looked great as well. Darling. He sets this up magnificently to McGinnity, who can run in to an open. Oh, he stopped there. Almost rolled an ankle.
I reckon he might have even nearly gone on.
He took a netball step, and that was it. And McGinnity threads it. 39 points. The team's hoping for no injuries in these dying seconds from this clearance. Montagna gets the clearance. Schneider, Milne, one last chance. Right on the siren. Jamie Cripps' kick will not count. And the two undefeated teams in the 2012 NAB Cup advance to the grand final. The Adelaide Crows and the West Coast Eagles to meet next Saturday night at AAMI Stadium in Adelaide, and you'll see it live on Fox Footy. And it will be a hard game to pick. The West Coast Eagles ultra impressive with a somewhat depleted lineup tonight, and they demolished the Saints at one stage, led by 43, eventually winning by 33 points. As we go back downstairs to Glenn Jakovich.
Nic Naitanui, well, I heard during the week, no more dunking. What are you doing out there?
Yeah, no more dunking was probably a silly stunt. I've done it 100 times before, but it's probably a bit risky, too close to the season. So save it for out here, take a few marks.
Save it for out here, you certainly did. Fantastic night, great win. St Kilda did come at you through the third quarter, but you really hung tough and then obviously put scoreboard pressure. Yeah,
the boys did well. We didn't have many on the bench, but then I think we had a few rotating because of the heat policy. But no, it was good that the boys stuck with it and didn't break that lead down. So no, it was good effort by the guys.
Your second NAB Cup grand final in the club's history. You must be very excited.
Yeah, very excited. So I've never played in one before, so it's going to be an exciting part for all us young guys in the team.
A lot of players downplay the pre-season competition, but now you find yourselves in a grand final. Amongst the player group, you're wanting to get a winning culture back here at West Coast. Obviously, something that you strive for next week?
Yeah, definitely. Back when you guys were playing, you had that winning culture, and Wish wants that back again. So we're going to give it our all this week. I'm sure everyone's going to put their hand up and want to play, so it's going to be pretty solid at training this week.
Are you going to jump next week?
Oh, well, I'm not on the basketball court.
All the best. You're in the grand final. Well done, mate.